Yes, my name is Bonfest Ingumba. I'm a data governance expert at African Population and Health Research Center, APHRC. Data, in fact, my work generally as a data governance expert and the data governance officer at African Population and Health Research Center, I'm at the center of data. I look at how the behavior around data, the responsible and the ethical use of data in respect of the data subjects. The people we collect their data, we respect them so much because we respect their privacy. And the reason as to why they are sacrificing a bit of their privacy to give us their data, it's because we understand that we need this data for evidence-informed decision-making in our process of transforming their lives. We need their data to generate insights, look for interventions, and transform their lives. Yes, as a data expert, remember what we continue to suffer. Like one of our challenges even at the center has been data isolation, or what we say data operating in silos, where we generate a lot of data, a lot of insights, but they sit on somebody's laptop and it's not shared. Remember, shared data is our shared future for decision making. But then when we speak to data commons, thinking of coming up with a repository where we have shared data, the world is talking about data as renewable energy that is revolutionizing it is the current day civilization that makes us make decisions to move, whether in business, whether in health, in all aspects of life. But then looking at the civil society, thinking of just having a repository or a common source where they can generate their data, bring their data together, and that this data, we want to confirm that they are of high quality, this data conforms to data governance, and that this data, anybody can access this data when he wants to generate the insights that can transform the society. That is, to me, a big win. It has not been there. Then it will help us to treat the problem of data isolation. Our data will be there, and we can now strongly voice for the voiceless because we have the evidence of the current situation they are going through their data. The pros, like advantages, is that we will be supporting open science. We can get real-time evidence so that even when we are creating policies and interventions, they speak to the realities of real-world realities and not just imagination. We are backed by evidence in whatever we are doing. But remember, this evidence comes from people. We are collecting people's data. And we are not just collecting numbers, we are collecting their trust. They're entrusting us with their confidential information that they could not want to see it out there. Some of this data is very sensitive, and if left in unauthorized hands, it will cause harm. And our data subjects have their rights, both as a privacy rights on Human Declaration of Human Rights. It is there. Article 12 provides for their privacy. Also, General Data Protection, the European General Data Protection Regulation, and also our Data Protection Act, Kenya 2019, has given them their rights. So if this data, we do not work around its security, the aspects of privacy and enhancing technologies like advanced cases of anonymization, and it finds itself in wrong hands, remember, then the civil society will be sued. Then you lack even credibility and reputation, and nobody will trust you because you will be the people who are trampling on the rights of the citizens that you seek to protect. Remember, the civil society is the voice of the voiceless, and is the arbiter, and it's that brings those voices, especially. It is the greatest oversight. Like in our country today, within this political conundrum, the civil society is what the citizens depends on to safeguard them. To bring this to reality, Yeah, this will bring co-ideation, co-creation, and collaboration. Different organizations, civil societies, non-governmental organizations have different capabilities and different experts, and also others have different needs that they will want. But when we bring them together with the different expertise, and when we come together and do this together, you will see that our synergetic function gives us more strength. And even when we speak to issues of funding, coming together with our little resources put together in one basket, then it becomes more to facilitate this, and it will come to fruition, and it will start giving the civil society impetus to speak strongly while addressing to data that operates within the scientific aspect of fair. That is data that is findable, data that you can access, data that is machine readable, and in a state that it can be repurposed and reused for different functions to speak to the core challenges that the society suffers from. Findable, accessible, interoperable. Interoperable means machine can interact, communicate, then reusable or repurposable. That is fair. But at APHRC, we call it fairer. We add ER, ethical and responsible use of data. That data governance is not just a technical aspect for compliance. No, it is one of the key pillars that reinforce and help APHRC to achieve its vision and mission of having robust data that speaks to African research and development.